My name is El De Leon, and I go by she, her, they, them.
Elise Comrie, and it's she, her.
My name is Pooja, and my pronouns are she, her, they, them.
Jocelyn Marshall, pronouns they, her.
I'm Ulrika Smart, she, and her, or that girl.
And could you share 3 negative labels that you may have been assigned in the past and your experiences associated with those labels?
Growing up, I heard a lot. You are worthless. You will amount to nothing. You have no ambition.
Standoffish, bossy, very much outspoken.
So I've always obviously been called the N-word. That one quite a bit. I've been called Black Hoe, or I've been told to go back to maybe like Jane and Finch, which is an area in Toronto that's pretty low income and marginalized. So they've told me to go back there. That's been a few of the things that I've been told recently.
Going through anything in life, attempting to do anything in life, those words will weigh you down. They hold weight. If you come from environments where you weren't nurtured with positive affirmations, they kind of hold you down, and the simplest of tasks will seem so hard because those words will forever be playing in the back of your head or even in the forefront, and it gives you anxiety, it causes depression, and it kind of freezes you in some moments where you tell yourself, like, I can't do that, I can't do this, how dare I want to do that? You want to start a business, like, who's gonna come? Like, nobody wants what you have.
I have been called before, like, oh, like, you're too dark, don't do this, don't go outside with that hat. Back then, it still didn't matter to me, and I guess that was, as much as I loved the way I looked, I didn't appreciate being heard that as a negative way.
Growing up, I had a lot of folks associate me with the term bad. So like bad girl, and demon, also witch, and then the witch with the B. So I would say that those were, aggressive, loud, too much, all of that. Definitely, I've heard it before.
Being called too different. A lot of people assumed that coming from a country, as an immigrant, I was an immigrant, I came from Sri Lanka in 2011, and a lot of people thought they gave off an impression that I would fail in life or not succeed as much, or I couldn't think of big things. And I think it was really hurtful that I got that impression from a lot of people. Another would be that I was a bit ugly or something like that. So those are a few negative things I've heard in my life.
At first it made me feel small, but eventually I learned that I really shouldn't dim my light for those who don't truly understand me and what I do stand for. They always say that you only get one first impression, but they don't realize that first impressions are often throughout your entire lifetime. So
the words you're told growing up, or even sometimes today, now at a bigger age, they do impact.
And could you please tell us 3 positive labels and ways in which you're combating the negative things that people have said about you?
Yeah, so actually, I really resonate with being a witch. I think that a witch is somebody, again, similar to the unicorn. It's just an individual who knows how to take what's around them and turn it into something that is useful. So I look at it as being an alchemist. So they can say whatever they want. And then bad gal, that's how I took that back. So, bad girl, that's not me. Bad gal, that's me.
Yeah, so I think one that I really think is important, especially for Black women, is moving away from that hard, tough kind of label, and that we're the strong Black women, but really leaning into our softness. So for me, I'm just leaning into like the gentle era, like our soft era, understanding that we are not machines and that we have feelings and emotions, and all of those things need to get tapped into and nurtured.
Wonderful.
So that's one of them. Another label or a positive affirmation is just creative, is really understanding that we are more than the boxes that people have put us into. So just understanding that we don't have any limits. And a third label that I think is just understanding that are like just wellness, like understanding that Black and wellness goes together. I think for a long time I thought wellness was for the elite or like for like white women, or like I just thought that it was for someone else. It wasn't for us. So I think taking back wellness in terms of like just everything being holistically well.
Strong. I feel like there's a lot of things that I had to overcome over my entire life, and I don't think it has been acknowledged as much just because I kept it to myself. But if someone could notice that and maybe say, well, you did a good job, or you're strong, or daring, that would be really nice.
I'd love to be described as assertive rather than bossy. I do like to get things done, and I like to be very organized and coordinated in how things are done and executed. And I don't mind speaking up, so assertive is definitely one.
I can, I am, and I am doing. So I am not lazy. I have everything in me to do what I want to do, and I'm doing it.
Curious. I'm always trying to see the why and trying to understand the world around me, so I watch on in curiosity and often grow from there.
I've had to do a lot of therapy to get to where I am, and resilience is one of those big things for me. Just